Hello everyone, this is week 4's discussion post for Lacc 240, the digital window, thoughts and reflections. Hopefully I am doing this discussion post correctly. So I did my evaluation about the January 6th, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. It took me like 3 days, I think, of like looking at everything. So the process of completing the digital window investigation made me realize just how deeply technology shapes not only the way I access information, but also how I perceive truth itself. Because we all know, the media likes to lie, and so does social media. So you had to dig like really deep. So as I began the assignment, I started reflecting on how my daily interactions with digital platforms, whether it's news websites, social media, or search engines, form a kind of window through which I see the world. What I often forget, though, is that this window isn't perfectly clear, like 100% of the time. It's filtered and tinted by algorithms, by my personal reference or preferences, and even by my unconscious biases. Completing this process encouraged me to slow down and ask some hard questions. Where does my information actually come from? How much of it do I accept without a second thought? And in what ways does technology quietly shape the boundaries of what I believe to be real or true? One helpful strategy I discovered during this investigation was the importance of tracing information back to its original source. It's so easy to rely on headlines, snippets, or social media posts that summarize the events. But when I took the time to locate the full article, watch the complete interview, or even read a primary study, my understanding completely changed. That's a huge difference between hearing about something and actually examining it yourself. Another technique that proved valuable was comparing coverage of the same events across several different outlets, because everyone has bits and pieces of information that they either add in there, or it never happened, or they're just making things up. The process helped me recognize how much the framing of a story can shape public perception. For example, the exact same event might be described as a protest by one outlet and a riot as at another. That one word changes the emotional tone and influences how people interpret what happens. It reminded me that the language isn't neutral, it's powerful. Every word carries a perspective, and paying attention to those subtle choices can reveal a lot about a source's intent or biases. One of the biggest challenges I faced during the process was information overload. The internet provides endless perspectives, but sorting through all of them to find credible and balanced information can be very overwhelming. There's so much noise, so many voices competing for attention, that it becomes difficult to tell which sources are trustworthy. I also notice how easy it is to fall into the comfort of familiar narratives that confirm what I already believe in. Recognizing that pattern in myself was both humbling and very eye opening. It reminded me that technology doesn't just inform us, it shapes how we think and how we see the world. It curates our experiences by reinforcing the viewpoints we're already most comfortable with. This is what people mean by they talk about the filter bubble, the idea that algorithms quietly tailor our information to keep us engaged. The problem is it often keeps us from being challenged, staying critical and self-aware in the kind of environment takes conscious efforts. I had to learn to pause, double check, and resist the temptation to only read what feels comfortable. So I'm going to cut that at 6 minutes. I am so sorry that I went over the timeline. But I feel like I covered definitely a lot. So happy week 4. Hopefully everybody's weekend is going well. Have a good one.